Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatab Allah coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a lesson today. All right, Lord's will is edifying. Just basically a land back off the lesson that the elder Yashawamba did. You know, going into this claim that the IUIC says that Esau is going to come back after that 1,000-year period. All right. Now, I just wanted to get into the scriptures to show that, you know, the kingdom, you know, that we're spiritually fighting for. All right, with the kingdom that we're heralding in. All right, the return of Yahweh Shai is an everlasting kingdom, meaning a kingdom that's going to last forever. Okay, and Esau, which we're going to get, he's going to be done away with. And this is prophecy. Okay? Now, let me start with this. And again, you know, this is all throughout the scriptures, Old Testament and New Testament. All right? This is Daniel 7:13, and the heading is, the Son of Man presented. And it says, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory, and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. All right, so again, it's an everlasting kingdom. We go into this word everlasting. Ilam. It says perpetuity, antiquity, forever. All right, the future of past indefinitely, forever. Okay, get this word, do a little web search real quick. It says, this is just off the Oxford Dictionary online. It says a bond or other security with no fixed maturity date. Number 2, a restriction making an estate inalienable perpetually or for a period of time, certain limits fixed by law. Just going into Esau's law. But this is the one. Verse 3, it says the state or quality of lasting forever. Okay, forever. So, you know, if there's any question, when Yahweh Shai comes back and he establishes the kingdom of Esau coming back, that's madness. All right. That's a false doctrine, and like the elder Yashwamba brought out, you know, that's a doctrine that goes back to Jehovah Witnesses, okay. But you know, those who have ears to understand or ears to hear, and those who can understand what is being said, okay. Hey, this is what we've always been looking for, okay. The scriptures say, you know, that the disciples asked, you know, will thou now restore the kingdom? Because they understood when the kingdom is restored, you know, we're going to be in those power positions along with Yahweh Shai, you know, being joint heirs. And those positions are not going to be taken away from us. Okay? Yes, we had to go. This is all, you know, a learning process. You know, Yahweh Shai, as Adam went off, then death was, you know, entered into these bodies. Okay? And we had the whole process of learning of what happens when we don't obey, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai. Now, you know what? Yahweh Shem Shai is going to give us back, you know, our bodies, okay? Give us those bodies that you know, the laws are in our inward parts, establish that second covenant. And with that, what? There's not going to be any sin. So why would he let Esau come up against us? Okay? Furthermore, the scriptures say Esau is going to be done away with. So Esau can't come up against us. All right? The scriptures say the last victory, all right, is going to be the victory over death. So we're not going to have to worry about that in the kingdom to come. All right? I'm going to jump down. You know, when you read up, it talks about the fourth beast, you know, the NATO and the EU headed by America, which is all ran by Esau being in control at the end time. All right? But then what comes after? It says, but the judgment shall sit, Daniel 7:26, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. There it goes again, everlasting kingdom. So yes, Esau is in control. All right, he has the power. He has the power seat right now, but that is going to be taken away by Yahushua in the elect. Okay, it says whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, perpetuity. All right, lasting forever. Kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. All these nations are going to be in our subjection. Okay, there's not going to be any question about it. There's not going to be any rising up. All right, Isaiah 9 and verse 5. I'll start at verse 5 because that last battle is going to happen. It says, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, a nuclear fire. All right, that's going to be the cherry on top. Okay, with this last World War III. And then it says what? For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. So there's no end to this kingdom. Once Yahushua comes back, okay, and he takes over, he takes all these nations out, what's going to happen? That kingdom is never going to be taken away. It says, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. So yes, that, again, we're in this situation to understand what happens when true righteousness, true judgment is not set forth. Okay, the world is not governed by the righteous. Okay, we see the examples of what happens when the other nations are in control. Primarily, right now, Esau, Edom is in control. What happens? The world goes to shit. All right. The scriptures say no flesh would be saved. Hey, that's how bad Esau is. All right, but with the establishment, with the coming back of Yahushua, that true justice is going to go out. The true rulership, the true governance of the world is going to go out. Now, what's going to happen? Well, since it's going to be righteous and it's going to be, by Yahushua and the elect, with those bodies that are forever, okay, then the kingdom's going to be forever. Because there's not going to be a time where the kingdom's not going to be ran righteously. All right, so why would the Lord take away the kingdom? Why would he allow Esau to come back after 1,000 years and take the kingdom? That doesn't make any sense. All right, that's confusion. Okay, it says, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Okay, so hey, this is a promise from Yahweh Shemel Shai. He will give the kingdom to Yahushua and the elect, eventually the whole nation of Israel. Okay, but we understand the 2/3 and the wicked of our nation has to be destroyed on this side. But they're going to come back because the scriptures say all Israel shall be saved. But once they're back, when everybody's back in those righteous bodies, that kingdom's not going to be taken away. Okay, now here we go. We jump to the New Testament. Okay, because hey, that was old. I Daniel and Isaiah, so-called old. We go to the New Testament, Luke 1, and I'll start at verse 31. It says, and behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahushua. He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord Yahweh shall give him the throne of his father David. And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. So if there's any question to how long his kingdom will be, well... Here it is. There's the answer. There shall be no end. All right. Revelation 11. And when you, verse 14, again, it says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, going into that third world war. But then right after that, what do we see? Verse 15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever. And the 24 elders which sat before the Most High on their seats fell upon their faces and worshipped the Most High. Okay? Saying, we give thanks, O Lord, Yahweh Almighty, which art and was and art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and has reigned. All right? And the point is what? this kingdom that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to give his son Yahushai and the elect is what? A kingdom that is going to last forever and ever. Let's just see if this has anything forever and ever. Ion, ion. The Greek word. Forever, an unbroken age, perpetuity of time, eternity. All right? Eternity. Let's see. Just out of curiosity, what's eternity definition? Eternal, infinite time. Immortality. Again, we're the establishment of the second covenant, okay, is what? The bodies, which are immortal. So if we have immortal bodies, hey, the kingdom's gonna be immortal. Okay? Eternity. An eternal kingdom. Oh, come on. Alright, where was I? Yep. One more time, Revelation 11:15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there was great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever. Revelation 19 and you know what? Let me just start at 11. It says, the coming of Hamashiach. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he does judge and make war. Okay, when he comes back, it's judgment time. All right, Yahushua riding on that chariot. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. Why? Because he's coming to take these kingdoms. We read it. Revelation 11 chapter. He's taking the kingdoms that are upon this earth. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed upon him, white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the Almighty power. All right. And he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Okay. The King of Kings. You're saying the King of Kings, establishing the kingdom. All of a sudden, the basis of man is going to come back and take over. The King of Kings, in his righteousness, in a perfect body. Okay. It doesn't add up. All right. But the point is here, he's going to rule these nations with the rod of iron. So Yahushua, the whole nation of Israel, when they come back into power, they're going to rule these nations with a rod of iron. And you know, that the elder Quanawaf goes into it. It's a most rigorous rule. Okay? So you're meaning to tell me with this most rigorous rule, okay, with Yahushua in all his glory, having a perfect body, ruling a kingdom in righteousness, the Lord is going to allow the basis of men to come up and take back the kingdom? It doesn't add up. All right? It doesn't add up. Micah 4 and 3, it says, well, let me just start at the top. It says, but in the last days, the peaceful latter days. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established. Okay, the nation of Israel, the governing body. In the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the Most High of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth out of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Yeah, that rulership. Okay? And yeah, these nations at first are going to get that, you know, that justice due unto them, okay, for what they did to the nation of Israel. They're going to go into slavery. But then after a period of time, what's going to happen? These nations are going to come to learn, okay, because they're going to see a kingdom that's ruled in righteousness and how the earth is going to be thriving. It says, and he shall judge many people. He shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So there's not going to be any war. Esau is not coming back. Okay? But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken it. For all people will walk every one in the name of his power, and we will walk in the name of the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai power, forever and ever. All right? And this is what's ultimately going to happen to Esau. Job 20:4, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Okay, and Esau has been given this rulership, but it's a temporary rulership. All right, that's his blessing. It's a temporary blessing. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So Esau is going to be done away with. Okay? If you can receive it. Obadiah 1, and when you read up, Edom will be humbled. Okay? This whole book is about Edom. It's the shortest book in the Bible. Okay? 21 verses, one chapter. But this is what's going to happen to Esau. All right? And it says the day of the Lord and the future. All right? Future prophecy. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as you have drunk upon my holy mountain, you shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. These heathen are going into slavery. They got to pay. All right? They have to. We did it. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. All right, thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? There is none going to be remaining of the house of Esau. All right? So Esau is going to be done away with, and then what does it say? And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, Judah, and they have the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. So the lands, everything that Esau had that was given to him, since he's going to be done away with, is going to be given to the nation of Israel. Okay? That's what's going to happen to Esau. Okay? Esau is not going to make a comeback. It's not going to happen. After the kingdom is established, when Yahushua makes his return, the nation of Israel is going to rule forever, in perpetuity. Okay? Eternity. It's going to be an eternal kingdom. Okay? And a kingdom ran in righteousness. And Esau is not going to make a comeback. There's not going to be any coming back for Esau once the kingdom is established. All right? Hey, Lord's will, this is edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem L'chakudash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, and Abba Baba.